if you're looking for an extra dose of encouragement today, well, you've come to the right place. Keep the Faith. I'm Keith Stevens. Happy Father's Day.
And I'm Donna Cruz. We're excited to celebrate today with our good friend Scott McIntyre from the Enduring Hope podcast. You may know Scott as the first blind contestant on American Idol a few years back, but his kids know him simply as Dad. Scott, welcome.
It's so great to be here, honoring the men in our lives and challenging ourselves in the roles God has called us to play. Sharing together with songs and stories has a special kind of encouragement, the kind that becomes contagious. On Keep the Faith, it sounds like this.
Now I was broken. So I drove up to my parents' house, and they live on the side of a mountain. And as I wound my way around and pulled my car into the driveway, my father was standing there and he was waiting on me. And when I got out of the car, he said, "Welcome home."
By realizing that all he had to do sometimes, particularly in that time, was just to be present, it really transformed that family. And I see small vignettes of that worked out over and over and over.
Keep me in the moment. Keep me in the moment. Oh, keep me in the moment. Keep me in the moment. Keep me in the moment. 'Cause I don't want to miss what you have for me.
Words make a difference, and Natalie Grant isn't sure she'd be who she is today without the words of her dad. That's next on Keep the Faith.
When all I see is the battle, you see my victory. When all I see is the mountain, you see a mountain moved. And as I walk through the shadow, your love surrounds me. There's nothing to fear now, for I am safe with you. So when I'll fight on my knees, with my head lifted high. Oh God, the battle belongs to you, and every fear I lay at your feet. I'll sing through the night. Oh God, the battle belongs to you. And if you are for me, who can be against me? Yeah. For Jesus, there's nothing impossible for you.
Encouragement is a gift. Open it here on Keep the Faith.
Can't escape disappointment, can't avoid the delay, but I don't have to make feeling down and defeated the place that I stay. Gonna rise through the moment, gonna speak to the waves, gonna push back the doubt that keeps dragging me down when I can't find a way. Don't need to see it, eyes on you, to believe it, for my breakthrough, before you even move on, make a way. I was standing faith, eyes on you, walk by faith, for my breakthrough, live by faith, before you. Oh, I believe, I believe, I believe, standing faith, eyes on you, see by faith, for my breakthrough, receive by faith, before you. Oh, I believe, I believe, I believe. It's a season for healing, it's a season for change, to see miracles happen that no one can fathom as heaven invades. And it's more than a feeling, and it's anchored in praise. And when it's the darkest, it reaches the farthest and opens a way. Don't need to see it, eyes on you, well, to believe it, for my breakthrough, before you even move on, make a way. Yeah. I was standing faith, eyes on you, walk by faith, for my breakthrough, live by faith, before you. Oh, I believe, I believe, I believe, standing faith, eyes on you, see by faith, for my breakthrough, receive by faith, before you. Oh, I believe, I believe, I believe. This is how blind men get their sight. This is how dead men start to rise. This is how small things multiply. Nothing's impossible, nothing's impossible. This is where oceans have to part. This is where light comes through the dark. This is where I see who you are. Nothing's impossible, nothing's impossible. Stir my faith, stir my faith. I was standing faith, walk by faith, yes I will, live by faith, yes I will. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, yeah. Let the church rise up, let the people of God rise up. Faith, I believe, I believe, I believe. I was standing faith.
You're listening to Keep the Faith. Hi, I'm Donna Cruz. Is it possible that you're the person you are today because of words that were spoken to you as a child? Natalie Grant says it's possible.
When did I forget that you've always been the king of the world?
She's one of the most successful female artists of this generation, and it all began with her dad.
One of the things that my father really did from the time I was just a small girl, he affirmed me all the time. He told me I could do anything. He told me he believed in me. He told me I was beautiful. He told me he trusted me. It was this constant list that he would verbally tell me over and over and over again. And the thing is that I even see it now in my own children. When I affirm my kids, they'll say to me, you have to say that you're my mom. Moms just say things to their kids. They're like, oh, honey, I love you. Oh, honey, you can do it. But when they hear it from their father, it does something completely different in my daughters than when they hear it from me. And it doesn't mean that they don't need it from me. They do. But children need to be affirmed by their fathers. And words are so powerful. Just one word of affirmation can actually undo a lot of negative words, and I'm a living example of that.
I try to fit you in the walls inside my mind. I try to keep you safely in between the lines. I try to put you in the box that I've designed. I try to pull you down so we are eye to eye. When did I forget that you've always been the king of the world? I try to take life back right out of the hands of the king of the world. How could I make you so small when you're the one who holds it all? When did I forget that you've always been the king of the world? Just a whisper of your voice contained the seas. So who am I to try to take the lead? Still I run ahead and think I'm strong enough when you're the one who made me from that dust. When did I forget that you've always been the king of the world? I try to take life back right out of the hands of the king of the world. How could I make you so small when you're the one who holds it all? When did I forget that you've always been the king of the world? Oh, you set it all in motion. Every single moment, you brought it all to me, and you're holding on to me. When did I forget that you've always been the king of the world? Try to take life back right out of the hands of the king of the world. How could I make you so small when you're the one who holds it all? When did I forget you've always been the king of the world? You will always be the king of the world.
And see, here's the thing. Raising children comes in the tiny nothing moments. And you got to be around them a lot to catch those moments. And so, somebody says quality of time or quantity of time? The answer is yes. The answer is both. But the quantity of time will lead to quality moments without you trying to force them.
This is Keep the Faith.
I'm Scott McIntyre sharing hope and inspiration today, all about Dad. Here's what's next on Keep the Faith.
One dad's story of loss, but the hope that he has that just might encourage you.
Spend today in a conversation in the mirror, face to face with somebody less than perfect. I wouldn't choose me first if I was looking for a champion. In fact, I'd understand if you picked everyone before me, but that's just not my story. True to who you are, you Father's eyes. I don't need my name in lights. I'm famous in my Father's eyes. Make no mistake, He knows my name. I'm not living for applause. I'm already so adored. It's all His stage. He knows my name. He knows my name.
This is Keep the Faith, the home of contagious encouragement. Together, we're celebrating life with honest stories and songs of courage from people just like you.
The verdict was guilty. Case closed. The end. No chance for me to ever leave this prison of my sin. Now I know it might sound crazy, but one day a key unlocked that cell. I heard a small voice say your debt's been paid by somebody else. And now I'm walking free. No more darkness, guilt has lost its grip on me. When mercy called my name, those chains fell at my feet. And now I'm walking free. Now I ain't nothing perfect. I still stumble every single day. I still get knocked down, but the difference now is that's not where I stay. 'Cause I got a Savior who knows everywhere I've been, and He's telling me that I never have to go back there again. So now I'm walking free. No more darkness, guilt has lost its grip on me. When mercy called my name, those chains fell at my feet. And now I'm walking free. Walking free. To the one walking wounded, and to the one with regret, look up and see your victory is just up ahead. 'Cause there is a Savior who knows everywhere you've been, and He's telling you that you never have to go back there again. So if you know that you never have to go back there again, then sing, I'm walking free. No more darkness, guilt has lost its grip on me. When mercy called my name, those chains fell at my feet. And now I'm walking free. Walking free. Walking free, yeah. Oh, I know, I'm walking free, yeah. I'm walking free.
You're listening to Keep the Faith.
Hey, I'm Keith Stevens. On a cold, late February afternoon, with the wind blowing and the snow flying, a dad walked through a lone cemetery in the deep snow where the old tombstones were standing. This dad had to do the unthinkable. He had to start looking for the final resting place for his beautiful bride of 30 years as she was dying from cancer in the hospital. It was the toughest thing I ever had to do. You see, I lost my wife to cancer not too long ago, and I'll never forget that day in February. And it was so chilling that I didn't bring any of my adult children with me. I thought, this is something I need to do alone. I didn't know how they would handle it. Have you ever had to protect your son or your daughter from something so tough that you didn't know how to break the news to them? as a dad. But God gave me the strength to share with them that mom's not going to make it. And you know, we've walked through this journey together. I have never felt so much love and support in my life from my sons, but I am there for them as well. Strong as can be, but you can't be strong for them unless you've been strong yourself. A while back, we were cleaning out our basement and we came across an old poster we had bought. There are beautiful ships on that poster, beautiful ships out at sea, and beneath the ships is this scripture: when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. That is now framed and hung in our family room and will stay there for the rest of my life. I pointed it out to my sons as a dad would, and I said, guys, that is where it's at. And God will see you through the hardest things in your life.
When the best of me is barely breathing, when I'm not somebody I believe in, hold on to me. When I miss the light, the night is stolen. When I'm slamming all the doors you've opened, hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see you. When I am sure I have reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. When I let go, hold me again. When I don't feel like I'm worth defending. When I'm tired of my pretending, hold on to me. When I start to break in desperation, underneath the weight of expectation, hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see you. When I am sure I've reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. When I let go, hold me again. I could rest here in your arms forever, 'cause I know nobody loves me better. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
Keep the Faith Memories with Dad from Dolly Parton.
Daddy worked so hard. He was clear the fields and all that. And so I remember he worked so hard on this place, and nobody was helping him except us. And so the old country preacher, he didn't do nothing but go around asking people for money and getting stuff, for whatever. So he came by our place one day after Daddy got this place all cleared off, and he said, "Well, Mr. Parton, this sure is a nice place you and the Lord's got here." And Daddy said, "Yeah, you should have seen this when the Lord had it by himself." So I thought that kind of sums up my dad.
This is Keep the Faith. Next on Keep the Faith, maybe the qualities that make a great dad have always been right in front of you.
There's a poster I saw in college. It's of a guy holding a baby, and it was in every woman's room in college. It's still the best-selling poster of all time. And I was like, what is up with this guy?
Some people think you're distant, just some words on a page, that you're nothing more than fables handed down along the way. But I've seen you part the waters when no one else could pull me from the deep. That's who you are to me.
Some people think you just live in cathedrals made of stone, but I know you live inside my heart.
it's your home. And I've seen you in a sunset and in the eyes of a stranger on the street. That's who you are to me.
You're amazing, faithful, love's open door. When I'm empty, you fill me with hunger for more of your mercy, your goodness. Lord, you're the air that I breathe. That's who you are to me. Who you are to me. Sometimes I have my doubts, I'm sure that everybody does. And I wonder when I stumble, am I still worthy of your love?
But I know that I get stronger when I'm talking to you down on my knees.
You're everything I need. You're amazing, faithful, love's open door. When I'm empty, you fill me with hunger for more of your mercy, your goodness. Lord, you're the air that I breathe. That's who you are to me. Who you are to me. You're forever holy. You're the Lamb who is worthy. My forgiveness, my healer, the Messiah, my Redeemer. You're amazing, faithful, love's open door. When I'm empty, you fill me with hunger for more of your mercy, your goodness. Lord, you're the air that I breathe. You're the air That's who you are. You are greater, higher, over it all. In your presence, Jesus, I stand in awe of your mercy, your goodness. Lord, you're the air that I breathe. That's who you are to me. Who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are to me. Who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are to me.
Contagious encouragement on Keep the Faith.
Weary traveler, beat down from the storms that you have weathered. Feels like this road just might go on forever. Carry on. You keep on giving, but every day this world just keeps on taking. Your tired heart is on the edge of breaking. Carry on. Weary traveler, restless soul, you were never meant to walk this road alone. It'll all be worth it, so just hold on. Weary traveler, you won't be weary long. No more searching. Heaven's healing's gonna find where all the hurt is. When Jesus calls, we'll lay down all our heavy burdens. Carry on, oh, weary traveler, restless soul. You were never meant to walk this road alone. It'll all be worth it, so just hold on. Weary traveler, you won't be weary long. soon we're gonna make it home. Someday 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 soon we're gonna make it home. Gonna make it home. Weary traveler, restless soul, you were never meant to walk this road alone. It'll all be worth it, so just hold on. Weary traveler, you won't be weary long. Weary traveler, you won't be weary long. Weary traveler, you won't be weary long.
You're listening to Keep the Faith.
I'm Donna Cruz. If you ask someone what makes a great man, husband, and father, you might get a few different answers, but some things are always true, and they have been forever. Brant Hansen is a radio host who's written a new book called The Men We Need.
There's a poster I saw in college. It's of a guy holding a baby, and it was in like every woman's room in college. It's still the best-selling poster of all time. And I was like, what is up with this guy? I mean, I'm sure he's attractive, but there's a lot of attractive guys out there, I'm sure. They're like, yeah, he's cute, but it's the way the baby's looking at him. And the baby's looking up, this vulnerable baby's making eye contact with this guy, looking up into his eyes. And it's very obvious, like, you're gonna protect me, aren't you? And that, I remember that. Like, that registered with me, like, wow, that's really interesting how women do this. And it turns out it's cross-cultural. When men embody this role of being not domineering, but a protector who allows the vulnerable to thrive around them, women intuitively find that incredibly admirable.
Sometimes on this journey, I get lost in my mistakes. What looks to me like weakness is a canvas for your strength. And my story isn't over, my story's just begun. And failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Yeah, failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house, check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Arrival's not the end game, the journey is where you are. You never wanted perfect, you just wanted my heart. And the story isn't over if the story isn't good. And failure's never final when the Father's in the room. And failure's never final when the Father's in the room. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house, check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Yeah. You're in the Father's house. Yeah. Prodigals come home, the helpless find hope. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room. Prison doors swing wide, the dead come to life. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room. Miracles take place, the cynical find faith, and love is breaking through when the Father's in the room.
I'm Scott McIntyre, celebrating dads today on Keep the Faith.
Look what you've done. How could you fall so far? You should be ashamed of yourself. So I was ashamed of myself. The lies I believed, they got some roots, they run deep. I let them take a hold of my life. I let them take control of my life. Standing in your presence, Lord, I can feel you digging all the roots up. I feel you healing all my wounds up. All I can say is hallelujah. Look what you've done. Look what you've done in me. You spoke your truth into the lies I let my heart believe. Look at me now. Look how you made me new. The enemy did everything that he could do. Oh, but look what you've done. Suddenly all the shame is gone. I thought I was too broken, now I see you were breaking new ground inside of me. Standing in your presence, Lord, I can feel you digging all my roots up. I feel you healing all my wounds up. All I can say is hallelujah. Look what you've done. Look what you've done in me. You spoke your truth into the lies I let my heart believe. Look at me now. Look how you made me new. Oh, the enemy did everything that he could do. Oh, but look what you've done. On the cross, in a grave, with a stone rolled away. All my debt, it was paid. Look what you've done. In my heart, in my mind, in my soul, in my life. With my hands lifted high, I'm singing. Look what you've done. Look what you've done in me. You spoke your truth into the lies I let my heart believe. Look at me now. Look how you made me new. Oh, the enemy did everything that he could do. Oh, but look what you've done. On a cross, in a grave, with a stone rolled away. All my debt, it was paid. Look what you've done. In my heart, in my mind, in my soul, in my life. With my hands lifted high, I'm singing. Look what you've done.
When you forgive someone, you release them, and you also release God to touch their heart and to break them to the point where if they were truly wrong, they'll come back and apologize. If you forgive that person and you were wrong, then you release God to come in and heal your heart to strengthen you to apologize. So either way, it's a win-win situation as long as you actually forgive.
Forgive and forget, but don't forget why you're here. Take your time and pray. These are the words I would say.
This is Keep the Faith. I'm Brandy Lene on Keep the Faith with an encouraging thought from Clarence Keeland. My father didn't tell me how to live. He lived, and he let me watch him do it.
Does life hit you so hard that you've been knocked down? Have you gone too far to find the middle ground? Did they raise you so high just to pull you back down? Have you been so lost you could never be found? 'Cause I've been real, I've been fake. Been a sinner, been a saint. I've been right, I've been so wrong. Yeah, I've made my mistakes. I don't know what it's like to be you. You don't know what it's like to be me. What if we're all the same in different kinds of ways? Can you relate? We both know what it's like to be hurt. We both know what it's like to feel pain. But I think it's safe to say we're on to better days. Can you relate? Can you relate? Have you ever been left when you should have been loved? Has there ever been a time when you stayed but you should have run? 'Cause I've been real, I've been fake. Been a sinner, been a saint. I've been right, I've been so wrong. Yeah, I've made my mistakes. Now I don't know what it's like to be you. You don't know what it's like to be me. What if we're all the same in different kinds of ways? Can you relate? We both know what it's like to be hurt. We both know what it's like to feel pain. But I think it's safe to say we're on to better days. Can you relate? Can you relate? Can you relate? Can you relate? I don't know what it's like to be. You don't know what it's like to be me. But by the grace of God, we'll see each other's heart. Can you relate?
You found the home of contagious encouragement. Keep the faith.
Lead me with strong hands. Stand up when I can.
Hi, I'm Scott McIntyre, dad to Christian and Stella. When you hear the word dad, a story probably comes to your mind. Maybe it's one of confidence and strength. Maybe it's one of love. Maybe it's forgiveness, or maybe even grief. Your story today could encourage someone else. So would you call 800-726-4150? That's 800-726-4150.
I was actually adopted twice, and the second man that adopted me is the one that I still call my dad and my father. He is the reason I became a Christian. Because of him, I finally could understand what a father's love was supposed to be like. One of his most famous quotes and saying that he would always say is, "The people, events, and circumstances in my life don't make me the way I am. They reveal who I am." He was a man of great integrity and passion and cared for me and my children more than anything. One of the things he told me when I got older and had daughters of my own was that he was so grateful that I had a daughter, because he got to see what it would have been like to have been there for me for the beginning.
Who am I that the highest king would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the sun sets free, who is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Free at last, he has ransomed me. His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, he died for me. Who the sun sets free, who is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child
there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I